Limerick with James Collins, our candidate with Willie O'D. James is an outstanding councillor, has been a very effective mayor of the city, and I think is a voice for the future of Limerick, and very developmental in his outlook and an extremely hard worker. So we have a very strong team here. Obviously we've got to manage the vote in Limerick. Willie will do very well, and our challenge is to make sure we get an even break on the votes, maximise our first preferences and get the transfers to have 2 seats, because it could be critical to Fianna Fáil leading the next government, and that's how important this constituency is to us and how important it is that we get James elected. As I said, it's the key issues, again, just going through the cafe there, housing, health issues, this morning with young people, climate change, education and special needs education in particular. Every day there are people who come to us who want their experiences, families with children with special needs eased, they want the pressure taken off, and they want greater resources in that area, and that's what Fianna Fáil is committed to doing.
Yeah, the reaction is that there are a lot of backwards men in Fianna Fáil that slow down social progress.
Definitely, I think that's very untoward. I think it's part of a relentlessly negative campaign by Fine Gael, which is not doing them any good. I think you should respect people and their opinions more, and I think that what I really regret is that in terms of big changes in recent times, both in terms of marriage equality and the amendment, it was on a cross-party basis that those were facilitated through the Dáil Fianna Fáil members, particularly in the Oireachtas Committee, playing a significant role in that. We would have been, after the Labour Party, the second party which declared a very early position in terms of marriage equality, having brought into the partnership prior to that. In fact, Fine Gael was the last party to declare marriage equality. I think Leo tries to hijack these issues, but that's the truth. But I don't know, these are not party-related issues. I mean, Tiernan Brady, member of the Fianna Fáil party, was instrumental in the strategic genius behind the marriage equality campaign. And I think the teacher belittles himself in Fine Gael when he resorts to that kind of name calling. People are more interested in policies and ideas and solutions to the problems that they face. Housing, health, the cost of living, insurance, childcare, climate change, education. These are issues that people want to talk about, and they want to try and see which party has the practical, doable and achievable programme to get solutions to these issues.
University Hospital Limerick and the worsening overcrowding crisis is a key issue for people here. Obviously, you were previously Minister for Health, but what could you do differently this time around from what Fine Gael have done over the past 9 years to solve that issue?
Very quickly, I think we have an urgent programme for health. We're not saying we're going to wait 10 years and starting to care to be implemented. We're saying, first of all, in terms of people waiting for operations and procedures, Treatment Purchase Fund to do an extra 100,000 to doubling the fund, public patients off the waiting list. 5 million extra home care packages. Why? Because one of the big problems in emergency departments is people can't leave hospital when they've finished their care. There's no nursing home beds or home care packages for them. What we're saying is we need to dramatically increase the number of home care packages, relieve the pressure on the hospitals, which will consequently then have a knock-on effect in terms of reducing the long stays in our emergency departments. We need to equip our emergency departments. I mean, Limerick have been looking for an new MRI machine for quite some time now. And we're promising an urgent equipment replacement programme year 1 to give the hospitals the vital equipment, scanning, diagnostic machinery that they need so they can diagnose faster and treat faster, and also to hire professionals. We're proposing over 5 years to hire 8,000 more professionals, doctors, nurses and healthcare staff to alleviate those pressures. It's a 4-strand approach. We're saying we can't hang around forever in terms of implementing the longer term vision. We've got to really get in early to avoid the Christmas that we had this year and the flu season we had this year. Can't have that again next year, and we've got to get waiting times down for public patients. We did it before with the Treatment Purchase Fund, and we can do it again.
Micheal Granny from Keenish go sorry. Is through I on after show in the way go in the fall. Master in Quail be no shin in the Punya. The deed who is band said that she's sham English in the fall.
Higgin and made it talk Higgin and made it talk door at our right good. It's Nilen Hill eventually she tá gwinga no tá firn on a loid going Dini le tahi Dini nua tá gluing no ag tapt Dini Casula James Collins and Shaw Airhord and Scott the more mayor na Cathal Shaw this is there go to she Anna Geneva O'Have Tauchi Limnock Horsey Ganol Horsey Forbert Horsey Tahiocht Idakis agus Marie Mission.
What, how will for British youth, in terms of Brexit,
How will the Brexit work? So you become two shops. How will it be different compared to how it is on the before?
Well, in Ireland, we've enjoyed a national consensus on Brexit. That's been one of the strengths of the Parliament and political approach to Brexit. We have basic national interests. We want to ensure a very cordial and sustainable relationship between the United Kingdom and the European Union. Britain and Ireland are old friends. We have a trusted partnership. Fianna Fáil have always enjoyed a very strong relationship between the United Kingdom and ourselves in terms of the Good Friday Agreement and in terms of the importance of that to the future. So the British-Irish relationship is very important. I'd like to have a deeper structure between Ireland and Britain to maintain that relationship that we enjoy with the European Union. In terms of Brexit, national interest, we want to close the relationship we currently have in trading terms.
And what do you make of what Boris Johnson has said today about Northern Line? Do you worry about it?
But he says both things, doesn't he? I mean, he's saying at one end there won't be any reduction in standards, and then I think what you're witnessing at the moment is it makes sense for the United Kingdom to have access to the European market, but it has to be on a level playing field. Well, I think getting interested now, but it's confused that like I said, it's a bit of shadow boxing. There has to be
Is it? Yeah, he's here. Yeah, trying to come down. Oh yeah, right. It's going to be a line. Sorry,
but there has to be alignment, yeah.
Good, and you?
There hasn't been an election yet, have there?
I know.
I know, but all of the commentators talk about the opinion polls as if they were the election. I remember 2016, the opinion polls in terms of Fianna Fáil were much lower actually, and we did much better, significantly better. We're ahead in all these polls, that worries me. I don't have any fixation on the opinion polls. What's important from our perspective is that from the in terms of the the Sinn Féin issue, Fianna Fáil voters, Fianna Fáil supporters are very strong. That in terms of their enterprise taxation policies, they will destroy enterprise and destroy jobs. It will be very negative, given the employers, PRSI for example, that they want to rise. In terms of 4 billion of taxes on business would mean less jobs. It would frighten away multinational investment. It would certainly stymie new projects and new investment into the city. In terms of Fine Gael have had 9 years. There is a huge appetite for change, and I think it boils down to really, can people read the manifestos, look at the various programs, and identify what is actually practical and doable and achievable within the financial resources that will be available, as opposed to promises that have no hope of being fulfilled, that would undermine the strength of the economy, and more critically, would undermine jobs and companies who want to create jobs and start to survive.
The M20 has been described as making no economic sense by Eamon Ryan. What are your thoughts on his view on it and the story in the Irish Times that the government have been told that the price, total cost is unclear, but it could be at least 1 billion for us to finish the road?
The problem with the entire national development plan is the government haven't costed that properly. And if you recall the broadband debacle and fiasco in terms of what was it, 500 million was meant to be 3 billion, and what transpires, basically the Secretary General of the Public Finance, Department for Public Expenditure, he wrote a memo to government saying your figures do not add up, and I think there is an issue there in terms of projects, but we support the M20 of course. It's vital as an economic corridor right through North Cork. Kerry will benefit, and Limerick of course will benefit, and we have many different policies, we have many common policies with the Greens as well. I do agree with the Green Party in terms of investment in public transport, but there are certain road projects that are important in their own right, and we all know travelling through Bullaghan to Charleville and all of that to the Munster matches, and not to mention the economic corridor, and it's very, very, and Adair's, it's problematic, and I think we have to sort that out.
All right, thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks,